Hi, I'm Rita Maglio. Welcome to Lifeline. Today's show is titled Post-Abortion Distress, Part 2. In the last 2 decades, abortion has become perhaps the most highly debated topic. No one can escape the subject. In one way or another, abortion plays relentlessly upon every human heart. Yet, most of the media's focus has been on the decision itself as to whether or not to have an abortion. But little attention has been paid to the consequences to the woman who has, in fact, gone through with it. What happens after she puts her clothes back on, walks out of the clinic? What happens after she pulls out of the parking lot or sits down on the bus? Here to discuss this topic with me is Dr. Denise Mari. First, let me read a short bio about Dr. Mari. Dr. Mari is a native New Yorker who graduated from Bronx High School of Science, New York University, and Fordham University. Her master's and doctoral degrees are in clinical psychology. Dr. Mari's 20 years of work experience includes psychological testing, mental health research, family therapy, public speaking, and supervising social workers. For instance, she interviewed women for the National Institute of Mental Health's Miscarriage and Depression Project, published articles on distress following an abortion, and evaluated persons with disabilities at Flower Hospital. Currently, she serves as Director of Hope Family Resources, an award-winning family counseling agency. Thank you for being here, Dr. Mari.
Thank you, Rita.
Okay, first question up. Tell me, what's the journey home for a woman after the abortion?
Well, even though it may be a short journey to the clinic to have an abortion, after an abortion, there may be a very long journey in store for the woman. Loneliness, isolation is really a large part of it.
Okay. The idea of suffering after an abortion may come as a surprise to some people. Are you suggesting there are more distressing consequences than the actual pregnancy and then eliminating it?
Yes, actually, I am. Loneliness is certainly one of the psychological symptoms that can occur, but actually there are often a set of symptoms which make up a pattern that really touches every level of a woman's life.
Okay, kinds of after effects, what are they?
After effects can be psychological, they can be psychosomatic, they can be physical, they can have to do with a woman's job functioning and also with her spiritual life.
Okay, psychological consequences, let's start with that.
Well, psychological will often be the most pronounced. A woman who's had an abortion will often be very depressed and at worst can get to the point that she believes that she has done something that is such a crime that she condemns herself. She has no mercy for herself. She doesn't forgive herself. And this can get so bad that the woman thinks that the only right way to live after an abortion is actually to punish herself and to engage in self-destructive behaviors, even to the point perhaps of trying to kill herself.
Okay. Psychosomatic signs of post-abortion distress. This you definitely have to explain to me because I couldn't even begin to fathom what it was.
Okay. Psychosomatic, what we're talking about are symptoms that have both a physical component and also a psychological component. So for example, you look at something like sexual dysfunctions. A woman who's had an abortion might find that after the abortion is over, she has trouble being sexually intimate with her husband because of the connection of the sexual act to the abortion procedure. You might also find a woman who has eating disorders after an abortion. For example, she might eat so much because she wants to maintain the pregnant appearance that she had prior to the abortion.
Okay. Physical signs of post-abortion distress.
Okay, physical signs, like psychological signs, can be signs that occur immediately after the abortion, or they may be delayed. Signs that might occur physically after an abortion might be something like fever, infection. You might have migraine headaches. As far as long-term, you can have situations as bad as miscarriage, incompetent cervix, pelvic inflammatory disease, lupus. We've had a lot of different complaints physically that we know in our counseling practice from women who've had abortions.
Okay. What about interpersonal relationships? How does it affect?
Interpersonally, we find basically a loss in closeness with others, particularly with spouse or boyfriend, and also with children. There's a decrease in the bonding between people that occurs after an abortion.
Okay, recuperating from the abortion, going back to work, job functioning.
Job functioning, there is something that most people might have heard of called workaholism, where people can get so busy inundating themselves with different activities and work to the point that they don't have time to think about what has happened in the abortion. It's kind of a way of blocking it out.